This is just a stream of conscious video. I do not have a plan or a roadmap or a guideline or trajectory for whatever I'm about to say. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this anyways. But I just really needed a way to articulate and vent and express a lot of the roiling things that I'm feeling right now. And as the video title says, I am terrified. I'm on the cusp of 30 years of age and I'm really feeling the pressure and a feeling of existential dread about this milestone. I guess I'm kind of sort of begrudgingly happy about the fact that I'm about to turn 30, but it's been so tumultuous and so that this journey to 30 has been fraught with so much chaos and pain and confusion, and now I have to take the time to address a lot of the garbage the garbage that hasn't been worked through and whatnot, what have you. um I'm just checking. Okay, cool, it's recording. I just needed to check if it was recording. I feel like something that's really at the forefront of my mind right now is that now, like now that I'm actually approaching 30, I'm really becoming painfully and acutely aware of the fact that I thankfully inhabit a gorgeous, beautiful, and handsome black body, but a black body nevertheless. I say that to say, I guess like coming from London, growing up in London, you can really take for granted how um multicultural and diverse, and how you're constantly in close proximity to blackness and people that look like you at all times. Now that I've spent 5 years in Brighton, I definitely realize that that's something you can take for granted. Another thing is that like I definitely don't think I think like, for example, this is just like a random, uncorroborated, unverified. This is just like anecdotal, insubstantial statistic. I feel like probably based off of like personal experiences, maybe like eight to eight out of 10 or 9 out of 10 people that interact with me that are non-black are interacting with me based off of my blackness. They're not interacting with me based off of me as an individual, or just me as a human being. My blackness or me being a black whatever factors heavily into their preconceived notions and misconceptions and this, that, and the third, all the other jargon and parlance that you want to throw. And it's just, I think it's something that I guess like before coming to Brighton and before spending a considerable amount of time here, I guess it's something that I wasn't all too. I guess I was like just insulated from that. Maybe I lived something of a charmed existence, and that I didn't grow up in a place where I was, in constantly like such close proximity to racism and this, that, and the third. But like now that I'm coming towards the end of my time here, it's like wow, and it's a bit overwhelming. I guess it's fine. It's just like another aspect, another trapping of this existence. It's whatever. But I do wish, like, I wish we as black people, especially being that I'm a child of a first generation immigrant, I wish like we were better equipped and better prepared to handle the psychological and emotional and physical repercussions of all of these narratives that are foisted upon us. I feel like people constantly are trying to, as black people, constantly foisting and holding you hostage to these weird, myopic, imperceptive, and immaterial concepts of you that have no weight in reality, have no bearing on reality, cannot be corroborated, are completely nonsensical, and they both paradoxically get agitated when you don't comply with this perception or idea, and they also get agitated when you diverge or when you don't subscribe to whatever, whatnot, what have you. And I'm just like, damn, like it's just a bit exhausting. Anyway, like I said, this is a stream of consciousness. I just needed an outlet. I just needed to sort of vent. Another thing is just like, whoa. I feel like I feel I know this is I'm generally like quite optimistic, and I definitely feel like it's better to go through life being optimistic and thinking, or just having a mindset that things can get better if you just try, if you're just aware of the fact that you can actualize, and if you're deliberate and purposeful and intentional about your steps and you do the right thing, you're consistent about what you need to do, you show up how you need to show up, and you're putting your best foot forward every other day, I don't see why you would fail. But I feel like I'm not. I feel like for a multitude of other reasons, I'm finding it quite difficult to hold on to that belief and hold on to that ideology. I'm quite terrified right now of the fact that I might fail. I feel like uni has also come to a close, and I've got to start showing, like I've got to start sort of I've got to start making moves. I've got to start making tangible, consequential, productive moves. And I'm worried that I'm going to fail. I'm terrified that I'm going to fail. I'm terrified that I'm going to fail. I don't want to be a bum. I don't want to scrounge on my mum's couch. I don't want to play into the stereotype of a black man who leeches and mooches off of people. I don't want to do any of that. But I'm oops. I am absolutely terrified. I am terrified that this is just not going to work. I'm terrified that I've done way too many heinous, deplorable, execrable things in this world, and my karma is out of balance, and that I'm going to lose. I just need to check how many minutes this is. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm just terrified. That's why the title of this video is "I'm terrified." Um, this I believe is my first um venture into producing long form content for YouTube. And I just did this just sort of randomly because I was just like, you know what? I could I could, sort of die any moment from now. So at least I know that I tried this, and like there's some sort of, I've documented how I'm feeling right now. Sort of, and hopefully I can look back on this when I'm in a much better place and be like, oh, you had nothing to worry about. Hopefully.